Live now. Hello and welcome back. I am so sorry for those technical difficulties. Lost signal there for a second, so we went ahead and ended the stream, but we are back and things appear to be going smoothly, so fingers crossed you'll get to see the entirety of this tribal council and not be abruptly disconnected. So we are just waiting for the nuGreen tribe to file into tribal council. Quite a crowd is starting to gather of players voted off at past tribals. All right, so we are now going to have the Green tribe come in. Here they come on down the way. Oh. You can always run in behind them. Give them a little life before we snuff it out. All right, and Green tribe filing in, their torches being lit. As you, I think all know, but maybe not, fire represents their life in this game, so there it is. Oh, that was really fast. I'm impressed. All right.
All right, new Sorrento tribe. Welcome to Tribal Council. Alan, tell me about your night. That was a tough one.
It wasn't too bad. Actually, it was pretty spacious, quiet. So it was exile, but it was nice to get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah. Well, tell me about today. I mean, it's a quick turnaround to arrive back. There's a challenge, and immediately right back here. I mean, you probably had 45 minutes maybe with the rest of your group.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you integrated back in?
This morning, as I was on exile, I felt more anxious being away from the group, just because I know after a swap, the first moments together can determine the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So being there kind of put me on the outs, and that's exactly how I feel.
Okay. Barry, talk to me about that puzzle. That was a tough one. That was awful.
Yeah, we just kept trying different things and just could not figure it out. And then the second puzzle came through, and I'm guessing the other tribe was pretty prepped for it because they got it like that. So
yeah.
Just kind of a tough job for that.
What do you say to the rest of the tribe when something like that happens? Were they all forgiving, or?
Oh yeah, everyone's been real cool. I mean, yeah.
So you don't think that's playing into the vote at all right now?
I'd be surprised though.
Okay. Albie, do you feel safe right now? I'm kidding. Really? I want to talk about the politics of this situation with you. I mean, this is a very unique split we have here with Emily going to exile. We now have 2 pink, 3 blue, 2 green. Pretty unique way where potentially if you're staying on tribal lines, any 2 groups can form up together, have the majority. And so it's not as if, it's one group going against each other. It's a pretty unique split. So how do you navigate that? What did you do to navigate that?
I mean, I think tribes are going to have a factor for at least a little bit, but I think people are going to try to stick with who they trust. That's the most important thing, is who you trust, who you vibe with, who you have good feelings about. I think everybody here is playing to win, so they're going to make those decisions that are going to get them further.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of going further, Justin, I mean, it's time. I mean, there's 15 of you left, right? So it's time to start thinking long term. How do you approach, each vote while also thinking long term?
I mean, you always want to make sure that you're staying true to your alliance and the decisions that you're making, and eliminating the people to push your alliance as far forward as you can. So that's what we're doing. We're moving one vote at a time, and that's how we're operating.
Okay. Angela, you've been here a lot with me. You feel like that gives you sorry to point that out. You feel like that gives you a little bit of a leg up? I mean, there's Damien and Alan here who've only got to talk to me once so far. So you feel like you're in a stride, or does that give you a little bit of a leg up? Or?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it is just as miserable this time as it has been the last couple of times. The last thing you want to do is lose, come to another tribe and then lose again. It's tricky for Waylon and I because we're the fewer bodies, so they could obviously just fuck us off, and so that's not very comforting.
Okay. Yeah, Waylon, you guys are the fewer people. I mean, there's two ways to think of it. You guys could be plucked off, like Angela said, or you could be the belle of the ball. I mean, everyone might want to date you. Which way did it go? Did you feel like people were trying to recruit you?
I thought it was a very welcoming atmosphere at the camp. I mean, it was like walking from the back alley of the city into Walt Disney World. It was just a metamorphosis. We had pine needle tea for breakfast. It was just fantastic. But no, we've got a good group of people here, and I think I'd be remiss to say that, you know, I haven't spoken to each and every one of them about working with them in the future.
Okay. Okay. Damien, I missed the challenge personally last night, but everyone said that you carried your weight, for lack of a better term. You seem like you dominated that challenge. You feel like that's something that you're pitching to the people here to hey, I can help us get to the merge. You know, I'll help win these challenges.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little, but like that challenge is over, and we don't know what's coming up next. So I think I've performed pretty well on the challenges that I've done. So I feel fairly confident going into.
Done a great job. I have no idea what's going on here. It could go any way. Do you guys have anything left to say? Anyone feel worried? Want to say something? No?
Great, like, I feel like lucked out twice.
Yeah.
With two groups of people that like it. It's going to be a rough decision.
All right, let's see who I'm snuffing out. Angela, you'll vote.
All right, and with that, the first of 7 new Green Tribe people will go and vote. We will step away and talk through everything we just heard, which was not a lot, so that's gonna be fun. This is a great time, viewers, if you have any questions either about what you just heard or things that were happening earlier, drop them in the chat so that we can answer. Christy, I wish I had tea for you this morning. I don't even have tea for myself. I am not caffeinated today. We are working on it. So, okay. So not a lot to go on. I was really hoping for some juiciness at Tribal. But you know, there wasn't much. So we'll kind of go through a little bit about what we've heard. And, sorry, let me think. So obviously, Waylon was cracking me up. Normally I try to keep my cool in those situations because I'm right up close to everyone, but he was too funny, and he was right. Pink Camp, or Old Pink Camp, where Waylon and Angela came from, is now actually being used for Exile Island. It is that bad. So he was not kidding when he said that it was like walking into a hotel. The Green Camp, which they had the right to choose last night, has pillows and towels and a really large and long tarp fashioned up, and so they were, I'm sure, living the high life. I did find it interesting that Waylon said, Waylon admitted that he had talked to each and every person on his new tribe about potentially working with them. That is a pretty bold thing to say in a tribal council. Not that that would necessarily get him voted out, but it sure would give me pause if I heard something like that at a tribal council and thought that I would be, working with him, or thought I was the only one potentially that he was approaching. So interesting, and that actually has been his strategy, I'm told, the entire way through the game. He kind of made it through Pink, I believe, by saying, oh, I have no one, definitely willing to work with you, and was saying that, I think, to pretty much everyone on the tribe, and everyone kind of believed it and took it at face value. But when you're telling everyone that you're going to work with them, that doesn't work. You cannot vote, completely unanimously unless you're all voting for your own self. So, cannot please every single person on a tribe, because that is not possible in Survivor. Let's see, we also had Alan. Interesting responses there to his question about exile. I don't know that you guys didn't get to see this, but when Alan and Chris returned from exile, the Green Tribe actually had food from their reward from last night that they had actually saved for Alan and gave him as soon as they saw him so that he could get some nourishment. And it almost made me cry. So I think that's how this day is gonna go for me. Seeing someone hand someone else a chip bag and a Gatorade, and I almost lost it. So we'll see how that goes. But I thought that was a really great gesture, and so I'm really surprised that Alan didn't touch on that in his answer. I found it odd that he was acting like he was so estranged from his tribe and really felt like he was on the bottom. I mean, if he really feels that way, I'm shocked that he wasn't trying to act like that wasn't the case and really play up, the thoughtfulness, exactly, Tiffany, of that gesture. As we know, survivors, they have rice out here. They had what they won on day 1 from the reward challenge, but it is now the morning of day 3, and they could have very easily scarfed everything down and, Alan not been a thought. So very nice gesture by them. I believe that the Pink Tribe did the same for Chris, but they had less, so I think Chris had a little less to work with. So we shall see. I don't know. I also don't know if Alan was just saying all that stuff to try and cover up that he's actually very secure and in something, and that maybe one of his fellow Green Tribe members is going. Obviously a unique split here. No one really having a huge edge. But we will see. I am as in the dark as I think most or all of you are, but I believe the last person is now voting, so we're gonna head on back and see what the hell is about to happen. So here we go. Let's find some answers out, because we don't know anything. All right, Alan coming back, last player to vote for Green. Away goes Cameron, and now we wait. nuGreen Tribe attending their first tribal council almost all together as a new tribe. Emily out in exile. She is not here at tribal council, so she will not vote, but she will be safe. Players all just waiting. And here come the votes. Voting earned being brought back to the tribal council area.
All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once I read the votes, the decision is final. The person will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Alan. Second vote, Justin. 1 vote Alan, 1 vote Justin. Third vote, Alan, that's 2. Fourth vote, Justin. It's 2 votes Alan, 2 votes Justin. Fifth vote, Damien. Sixth vote, Damien. That's 2 votes Damien, 2 votes Justin, 2 votes Alan. 1 vote up. The next person voted out of Can You Survive 2021, Alan.
Great game, guys. Love a good blind side. Give him hell next challenge, all right? One of you guys is winning it.
Bring me a torch.
Have a blast. Thank you.
Alan, the tribe has spoken.
Take care, guys.
All right, so we are just gonna follow Alan on down the way here to get last words with him.
Excited to see you guys again.
I'm very upset about this. I was not expecting this at all. I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad. Let's go a little further on down the way. We're just gonna get some last words with you, but take any time you need and then we'll hear from you.
223. 223.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Sorry, this, whatever that is really
Sorry, everyone out there in
hanging
the
out. Oh my god.
Facebook world.
This,
Close to making it with Katie.
I know. Alright, this feels like a bad area to be standing because a lot of bugs are here. I'm sorry. Can we just go beyond the truck? Sorry, I just am attacked by whatever the hell this is. And I don't want to get 3 stings. Thank you. Alright, we are just really in it here. The things I do for you viewers so you can get content. Okay. Alright, here's good. Alright, just giving Alan some time. And then we will hear from him.
Voted for me. This close to making it back with Katie. That close. Oh, I was praying to the merge, the swap gods. I was like, please, Katie. Feeling a little proud. First off, very proud. Very happy. I came here and wanted to give it my all, and I did. You know, I found the people I wanted to work with. I'm just really bummed I can't work with Chris and Ciara, Caitlin, Katie. Definitely feel like my time was cut short here and it wasn't my time to go, but I couldn't thank you guys enough for this experience. Unbelievable. Thank you. I didn't think I would be emotional about it, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, of course. We are very sad to see you over here. I, for one, am shocked. Yeah, you're a crowd favorite. So we are just really sad to see you here. Did you want to tell the viewers who do not know why, in particular, you were trying to make
Yeah. So
it further in the game?
You know, I didn't come in here this game with anyone except for my wife. She's playing the game with me, and it's been awesome to see her, like, you know, make it through tribal after tribal after tribal, and of course my second one I'm out, so she's gonna be giving me hell for that one. She's the better survivor player. Hands down. She came in 4th in the one she played 2 weeks ago, and she's got a good chance at this one now. I thought I convinced the 2 pink, Angela and Waylon, all night last night at Exile. Chris and I were talking about needing to pull them in. That was the only way we'd be safe. I just don't know where Damien voted. I have to go Damien voted for... He didn't vote. I feel like I'm just rambling on.
No, it's okay. So we have a few questions for you. Obviously, made it to day 3 of the game. Incredibly impressive. You have a lot to be proud of. You spent a night out in exile, which is no joke. You participated and were a winner in a lot of the challenges. So tons to be proud of. I know you've said you're proud. What is something that you would say you're like the most proud of about yourself out here?
I just think being here and doing it and being positive about it and being open to making new friendships and new connections. When I say I wish I could play with Chris more, I can't even talk without getting emotional. My night at exile was my favorite night, Chris.
Oh, wow. Wow. And you've, again, gotten to experience so much. What was one of your favorite moments or favorite kind of experiences? I know you said that...
The challenge wins were really fun. Having that camaraderie the whole game. My whole game was nothing but camaraderie. I was always on a winning tribe. I'm lost my train of thought.
No, you're fine. And before we go, obviously you're playing for an incredible cause. So this is your time to tell the viewers a little more, shout them out, all that good stuff.
I'm playing for Black Lives Matter. It's the perfect time. The change needs to happen. So Black Lives Matter is what I was playing for. I'm very proud to be able to give my money to that cause.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Alan. And I'm going to leave you with these hosts. The viewer's going to step away, but...
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, that, as I think Kirk and others have said, was a really smart move for so many reasons. That doesn't make it any less sad. I wanted the sparks to fly if he and Katie and Steph all got together, because Steph was the only one that knew about Katie and Alan being married in the game, because Steph and Katie played a survival challenge a few weeks ago together and Katie told her. So that would have been a really fun bomb drop to be used at some point. But of course, Alan, incredible dude, and I believe he will be sticking around to, cheer his wife on to maybe, victory, but maybe not cheer so much. I don't know how he's gonna handle that whole thing. But anyway, so a little bit of a shocker. But we will be gearing up for yet another immunity challenge that you do not want to miss. So we will be back in some time from now. I'm gonna guess about 20 minutes. But of course I've been wrong on almost every single guess. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in. We will catch you here for the next immunity challenge, where pink and green will be facing off all over again.